Hello, Tim here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something really interesting. I enjoy doing architectural ornament and detail work. So this is going to be a little more geared toward the people that enjoy architectural details and how do you take those elements, and if you got to reproduce them or repair them, and how do you work on a house that has something in place and you need to take a pattern off of it and reproduce it in the shop. How do you get that information? How do you transfer it? It's also good if you can have the actual piece, like a baluster for a staircase or some component. But in one case here, you can see from this drawing here, I had to make a template for a finial. This is just a quick sketch here. So the template is like this here, and I actually had the piece in my shop, and I was able to trace it and on the board, and then file and sand it and keep fitting it and testing it to make sure I got it dead on accurate, and it came out very successful. There's a little more painstaking to do it this way when you're making trying to make a field measurement. It's great with cameras, but sometimes the angle of the camera doesn't give you the full picture of what something needs to actually be. And one time I made a mistake and took a shadow picture of a newel post that I copied and traced it, and it actually had a magnification factor. It got bigger, so that didn't work out too good. So over the years I figured out something with Bondo, which I've used to repair certain things. You have a very short window of time to work with it. It starts to set up, so you got maybe 20 seconds or a minute. Maybe you can still kind of manipulate it, but it goes pretty quick depending on how much cream hardener you put into it. You have to work pretty quick. You have to have your stuff ready in advance before you go mixing that up. So what we have here today, what I'm going to talk about is a pilaster. And a pilaster is a square piece that this would be up against the house, and then the column that would be above that was mounted on top of this and be fluted. This is from a historic house, and they had to replace the actually someone else made this part. This is what I had to work from, and since it was getting replaced by somebody that shaped this on a shaper, the round ones, however, had to be turned on the lathe, and that's where my part came in, to make the round ones that had rotted out, that were out more towards the front of the porch. So in order to take this profile and match it to what I had to turn, I did something here that works out really slick, and I've done it several times with good success. So I take a piece of plywood, and in order to get that to fit in there, in this case here, I could just kind of draw it on the back side and then have a piece that I roughed out. So this is my rough piece that I roughed out, and you can see it's a lot of gapping there. You can see the amount of buildup that the Bondo would fill in this place here. So when I got the Bondo mixed up, once you get a piece like this, I needed to strip all that paint off. To get a good read, I had to be cleaned, and this is the best spot of the rest of the piece to take the reading from. So I put either, I don't remember, it was paste wax or Vaseline, but you need to have some kind of a separation compound there. I forgot to mention to put the Bondo on after the Vaseline, and this is what it looks like here while it's curing. Be sure you follow the instructions on the can to mix it up. And then I put that piece of wood on this piece here and let that cure. And then once it's all done, I level it off, sanded it down, and I have a perfect template of what that piece was, and it worked beautifully when I had to turn it on the lathe and check my progress. Or if you needed to make a drawing like this here, you could do that. with that template. But this is a pretty slick way to do this. In this particular one here, I couldn't take the piece out. This is a column. This is, of course, this is the negative space here, and that's area where it was fluted, and that gave me exact measurement. And then all this detail here was just right on the money. So when I turned the column, then it gave me that precision that I was looking for. And that's all it's about. You're just trying to find a quick way to make your pattern. And maybe that's something that would be helpful if you had to scribe in a molding in an old place, or just fit something in. And it's just a quick way to make a template. And hope that this little tutorial is helpful. And if you like it, give a thumbs up. And please subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.